Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here. I promised you guys a Confederate campaign, and I'm not going to disappoint. So let's jump right in and get started in our Confederate campaign. Alright, guys, so I'm going to jump in right away to the Confederate campaign, and I'm going to be taking the strategist approach. Last time we had it a little bit easy on tactician. Let's go ahead and boost our difficulty level up. And also, since we're playing as Confederacy, we need to boost our difficulty level up anyway. So we're going to go ahead and focus on infantry, of course, and I'm going to be involved in army. So I'm going to be pure army here, Confederate, and I guess we'll go for Brigadier General. Last time, once again, we went for kind of an easier setting. Now, guys, I actually have family that was part of the Dalton gang. I don't know if any of you guys know who the Dalton gang was, but I thought it'd be cool to go ahead and make our general based off one of the members of the Dalton gang, and a lot of them were ex-Confederate soldiers. So let's go ahead and call our guy Jack Dalton. Well, Jack's not too much of a southern name, but, I mean, it's an American name. So we're going to go ahead and take it, guys, and begin our battle. Okay, guys, so our first assignment is to secure a small coastal fort on the Potomac River. Seems like an easy enough task. We've got to hurry up and eliminate the Union batteries while the fort is lightly guarded, and only then are we going to be able to take this thing. So here we go. Alright, we've also got enemy regiments spotted marching along this road. Maybe we can catch these guys a bit unprepared as we advance forward. So we're going to advance fast and gain ground before the fort is heavily reinforced. Fair enough, we can do that. So here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead. Jack Dalton has arrived. Pretty cool. So we've got to destroy the batteries within the fort and occupy this coastal fort. This is going to be one of the first acts of war as the Confederacy. Now, it's not Fort Sumter, but the way the game is played, as far as I have seen the story, this kind of is our version of Fort Sumter. So we're going to go ahead and move forward here and hopefully catch the enemy off guard. I'm going to move my skirmishers into the woods. And I'm also going to take my infantry and move them into the woods too. We already know that the enemy is going to be probably approaching from this area, so I figure we should be prepared. Let's get Jack Dalton here behind. Holy crap, damn, Union skirmishers. Well, shit, I'll tell you what, just on the Brigadier General setting, you can definitely see that the enemy has put a lot more into defense and just seems like a smarter enemy. I also haven't played the game in about 4 days, so I'm sure there have been some updates to improve some of the AI. Look at that, we've got some skirmishers in here. I'm going right after the skirmishers with my cavalry. This may not even be a wise decision, but playing as the Confederacy, we're definitely going to have to work a lot harder to get a victory in this campaign. Alright, charged, a very strong tactical maneuver. Of course it is. So there we're actually charging. Are we hitting? Yes, guys, it was actually a good charge. And Chetland is getting chopped up to pieces. I love that. We could also go for the other skirmishers, but I think I'm actually going to pull back here and just try to reserve some of our forces. Let's go ahead and also move this guy here. We don't know if those enemies are still coming across the road or if those were the enemies that were initially coming across the road. I'm also going to get Crocker back into the woods so he doesn't get hit hard by the enemy. And if we take a look here, we can actually see that those skirmishers are able to see quite a ways across. So they can definitely probably spot us. And that doesn't help us one bit. I don't think they can spot the guys in the woods, but we're going to have to wait and see. Come on, give me reinforcements, damn. We don't even have a damn cannon. How is Jefferson Davis expecting us to take this fort? Damn politicians. Alright, let's go up here, boys. And once again, I'm going to go over here to this river first. Take Hexamer, move him up. I already see some skirmishers making themselves comfortable. And we definitely want to go ahead and take them out with Kemper. Come on, Kemper. Too many. So they can barely even see the enemy. We're moving Siegfried up quite a ways. I'm going to move Jack Dalton up here to provide some morale boosts for our men. And sure enough, the skirmishers, wow, I actually felt that shot, are firing right at us. And we're going to try to hit them from multiple directions. And let's go ahead and actually move Kemper, start moving towards the center. We are leaving quite a lot of territory behind here, so we've got to be careful doing this. But we have to get to that fort, and we got to take it. And it looks like it's pretty damn well defended. These Union boys sure know how to defend a fort. Kind of upset that I didn't take economy, but I was trying to make this a challenge. So if this particular campaign ends up ending really quickly, you guys will understand why. We're definitely going for a bit of a harder challenge here, and sure enough, are we getting reinforcements? Yes, guys. They seem determined to defend the fort, and we've got reinforcements and supplies. And what a hell of a lot of reinforcements, too. These aren't full brigades, but they're full enough to be able to take this fort, I think. Once again, no artillery, and how can you not have artillery when you're trying to take a fort? I mean, it's just crazy. For those of you that do know a bit about strategic combat, or specifically, combat involving strongholds, you know that you need a 3-to-1 ratio or advantage to actually succeed. That's not always the case, but it's a good rule to go by. So if we're going to push on this fort here, we want to bring all our boys forward and have them all prepared to attack. At the same time, that timer is slowly ticking away, and we don't have all day to wait for these guys to get into a nice, comfy position. This is, after all, war. All right, Hexamer, I want to get those skirmishers with the damn cavalry. Kemper. All right, looks like the 2nd Ohio is actually headed to the fort. The 1st Ohio is already there, and the 3rd Ohio is getting there too. So if we could try and catch these guys before they get there, we could probably really increase our odds. I might sacrifice Crocker here a little bit, see if we can get the enemy to stop temporarily so that we can start engaging them. Come on. We've got to do this really quick so that we don't get crushed. Move Jack up. All right, there we go. See, they're kind of... not really. I think they're going straight to the fort. We do have 3 fresh brigades on the way, and I'm sure they're going to be of great help. And the fort definitely has artillery, and as you can see, even if you're turned away from the enemy, it still is considered a flanking shot. If they shoot you in the back, I mean, obviously a flank attack is when you're attacked from behind, but you've really got to be careful from turning your unit away from even the enemy rifle fire. Not just enemy attacks, but rifle fire as well, and artillery fire. So it looks like the skirmishers are in some trouble. I'm going to try and go finish them off with Crocker. I don't know if Crocker can survive this charge. He doesn't have many men left, but if he can, he's just taken off basically a few snipers away from this fort, which is going to make it a lot harder for them to withstand our charge. And it looks like he's doing just fine. And look at that. I'm already turning into a southerner. We're going to move forward. Get these damn boys. What the hell are you taking so long? Y'all never crossed a river before? Yeah, must be from Virginia. Not like us Mississippi boys. Alright guys, now we're going to start engaging pretty soon, but I'm not going to do it yet until everybody's here. Again, it's very important to try and get that 3-to-1 ratio advantage, and I don't even think we have that. I will go ahead and send the skirmishers forward and try to hit them that way, but really we're waiting for quite a few brigades to arrive on the battlefield here. Alright, we're going to get started. Let's move forward. And again, I'm focusing my fire on just one unit, the 1st Ohio. I think that's the only way we're going to break through. In fact, we may need to use a Confederate charge eventually to go ahead and get in here. Because this is just looking like a really untenable position. Come on, boys. Oh, untenable for us, not them. Alright, let's get Hexamer up. I hate how the skirmishers break off from combat. There's gotta be... Is this it? This might be it. No. There's gotta be a button to keep the skirmishers and leave them where they are. Of course, that's not typical skirmisher behavior, but I think that we can make a slight improvement on that. Because I am sick of having to tell these boys to keep moving. Come on, where the hell are you? You guys, you're all gonna get half your pay taken away because of how damn slow you are. Look at that, just from getting to the river here took them that long. It's quite ridiculous. Come on, boys. I wouldn't attempt the charge until I know for sure that those units are arriving. And our boys are taking some pretty heavy hits, admittedly. And remember, guys, we don't only have to take out this infantry, we've got to take out these massive batteries behind. And those batteries are probably doing a lot more damage than we like. But there's really not much we can do about it until we get into the fort. I'm actually considering having these guys run, but if they run, they're probably not going to be able to charge. And the whole point of them staying around is to charge this fort and hopefully take it right from the enemy. Right under their noses. Alright, I'm going to try to bring Crocker in here for this. I really don't think it's the best idea because he's probably going to get shot, but we need every man we can get. Alright, here we go. Bernie's arriving. Bernie is arriving. We're going to go ahead and target the skirmishers with Bernie. We'll target the 1st Ohio with Canfield, and Allen will come in to help with the 1st Ohio as well. Eventually, these 1st Ohio troops are going to have to just get the hell out of here. Now, what I'm thinking I want to try to do is bring Crocker, and try to charge into those skirmisher units, but I'm pretty sure it's going to mean his untimely demise. And it looks like the skirmishers have seen the cavalry. They see what happens when our Confederate cavalry gets on them, and they've wisely chosen to pull back to a safer position. And actually, Crocker took a lot of shots there. just by going in front of the fort. I mean, they can spot us pretty easily in there, and it looks like, look at that, the skirmishers are coming back. So this AI is definitely getting better, and I love to see it happen. Okay, let's see. Come on, bring me some damn reinforcements. We could always use more. Never enough. Shit. Those guys are really putting a hell of a pounding on us as well. Alright, here we go, Crocker. Let's go for it, boys. For the South. Let's do it right now. Charge! Here we go. We're going to try to break the line. And, of course, this is trying to take a fort. This is not going to be easy, I don't think. And no matter what, we're going to lose some men, and the enemy's going to lose some men, too. It does look like our cavalry managed to rout the 1st Ohio, or maybe it's our men routing the 1st Ohio here, and I'm hoping we can continue on to the batteries. So I'm actually going to grab this guy and try to route the 2nd Ohio if I can. And actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the 1st Ohio and retreat. Well, what we do here, guys, the enemy drops their weapons and they get their ass out of here. So we managed to rout the 3rd Ohio right there. I'm going to get Bernie to focus on the 2nd Ohio. And we managed to capture an enemy unit. It's advised to select it and withdraw, of course. I'm just taking a look over here. By the way, do you guys prefer this view or do you prefer the overhead view like this? Personally, I'm kind of partial to the overhead view, but it's up to you guys. All right, Siegfried, are you going to be our champion here? Are you going to manage to take out those enemy batteries? Remember, guys, it's not just one battery we've got to take out. It's quite a few. And actually, I like to see those little tracer rounds. Not really tracer rounds, but you can see the bullets flying across there past the enemy. I hope we're not overshooting. All right, come on, Siegfried. Nice. Battery A is getting hit really hard, guys. Let's bring in Allen for Battery A as well. We've also got a supply depot in this base, so this is going to be a great place to resupply our armies and hopefully give a cause of righteousness to the south. That didn't make too much sense, did it? Well, give us a reason to keep fighting. How about that? If we can get some ammo, we can certainly continue the war in earnest. Make sure Hexamer's in here, and I think the 2nd Ohio is about to break too, but damn it, they broke Siegfried, the battery. Battery A broke Siegfried. I'm going to charge with Allen. I'm pretty sure he can break that battery if he can get to it before it fires its canister shot. Oh, come on, son. You can do this. All right, nice on the 2nd Ohio. Bring in the skirmishers once again. Now, we have technically... excuse me, guys. That Italian soda water stuff. We have technically gone ahead and moved the enemy out of the fort, but we still have to go ahead and take these blast batteries. So let's go ahead and charge in here and try to take Battery B. Of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, I do want you to subscribe down below. It always helps when we have more and more people joining the channel. I'm trying to increase the revenue and trying to increase the viewership as well. Like I said, now I'm in Italy. It's a lot harder for me to actually make these videos. So every single one of these videos that I do make, I highly, highly appreciate people sending anything from donations to, of course, support, to just sharing the channel. Honestly, and I've said this so many times, sharing the channel is probably one of the best things people can do. And even in my current profession, you know, one of my main duties is actually sharing, you know, games, etc. So that those games can gain attention and be recognized. In the same sense, if people don't share this channel, it's never going to get out. Although I will want to thank you guys. We are almost at 7,000 subscribers, and that is an awesome accomplishment. I wish there was a place to put the boys here, but there doesn't seem to be a defensive line. I'm just going to have them kind of hang behind. There we go. Congratulations. We got it. Our first victory as the Confederacy. Now the fort has served its purposes for some time and prevented the enemy supply ships to pass this river section. But how the Union is on the offensive, ironclads approach to bombard us. Now, guys, we have to fight off ironclads, and Federal infantry is on the way to support those ironclads. Now, we are getting some support, but in general, this is not going to be an easy battle at all. So we're going to go ahead. Those artillerists are going to go ahead. I think they said that right. Artillerists, yeah. And fire on the ironclads. Okay, guys. And we're also going to go ahead and essentially just await our reinforcements. But to see this next part of the campaign, I'm going to have to go ahead and make y'all hit that like button. And we'll go ahead and try to do part 2 here. Well, that's the second part of the campaign. Second part of this battle, we'll do part 2 of this battle tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes well. Or I could just spoil you guys and go ahead and wrap up the battle now, but like I said, guys, I gotta get some sleep. I hope y'all understand, and I will try to come out with that next video very, very soon. I hope just this bit we did here was enjoyable for you guys, and I hope you will keep watching. Glory to the Almighty South.